Well, good morning and a third good morning to each and every one of you. Today I am getting blown away with the wind up here, so I have out my other apparatus. So we're gonna be a little bit shaky today, beyond my control. If I brought the gimbal out here, that would do its own thing and probably burn out the motors today. The wind is that strong. When I left home this morning, it was calm on the south coast side, but the wind is coming right off, you see. So I didn't even experience this wind until I got the vehicle down here at River Bay. Good morning to all of you all. I'm on a point that's known as a spout. I'm getting soaked with sea spray here. It's absolutely beautiful. I cannot think of a better way to spend the morning than just taking this beauty and spend it in the company of my dear friends. Good morning to you all. As you can see, the sun hasn't even come up properly yet this morning. I guess it's because of the cloud is hiding it a little bit there, but we haven't started to have to use darker makers yet. But I'm going to give you a little 360, and then we'll do our serenity prayer just to let you see where we are, so you can soak in the peace. So when we're saying our serenity prayer, it will mean a little bit more. Here we go. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Good morning to you all. Now we're right out on the northern section of the island. As you know, if anybody knows River Bay, you know where we are. However, I don't know if you've all seen it from this angle yet. Really gonna be wind blowing today, and we're gonna be very shaky, so my apologies again. However, I will come back here when we have less wind one day with the gimbal and give you a really nice smooth run through. But anyhow, we're going to appreciate this beauty for whatever it is this morning. It is beyond our control. We've said a serenity prayer, so we just do what we can do, and that is take care of ourselves and do the best that we can absolutely do. It's beautiful up here at River Bay, just lovely. It has lots of warning signs everywhere up here because swimming in River Bay is extremely dangerous. I know a lot of people think they can come here and swim, but because it looks like a calm little inside cove, but no, definitely this is very dangerous point. Give you an indication of what happens here. All the water goes in, and then you get a current that's sucking back out. The only relatively safe place here to swim is just by this point. You'll see just above the actual water there, above the NCC buildings, across that little water, and that rock that's coming out. It's on the inside there. There's a little area you can swim that the current doesn't actually get to you. I wouldn't say swim, I would say cool off. And to be honest with you, if you can avoid it, I would avoid up here swimming at all costs. It is extremely dangerous out here. Do not be deceived by how it looks when you're in the car park. The signs actually are they're not as many as they used to be, but that's because out here just needs a little bit of work at the moment. Lots of sargassum was built up in here, but the last swell that we've had has cleared up quite a bit and pushed it further up into the river itself. There are two inlets that spawn off of here, one that goes just there in the direct center of the camera, and the other one in this direction. To get where I am, I had to walk through, or hop, skip and jump through ankle deep of water in that inlet there, because if not I had to walk all the way up almost to North Point, or I should say to the North Point Beach Resort, to get across that stream. And it's a lot deeper in those areas, but there is a section there you can get across. Most of the time though, you will not get a lot of water in there in the past anyhow, but recently I've noticed there's lots and lots of water in both sides here as well. Beautiful. Now we will be taking in those cliffs there at a later date. As you all know, we stopped about halfway down the other day in our walk, and we will be taking in them at a later date. But today thought we would do something a little bit different, you know, because tomorrow I actually have some commitments, so I will probably not be able to do a live. I'll update you on that later on. However, if we are not having a live, I do have some lovely 4K footage for you that you have not seen yet that I will most definitely release, but I'll let you know more about that later on. So I don't go and wish the wrong person happy birthday today and get everyone wishing that same person happy birthday. I will say happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is that I saw the messages popping up. Hope you have an amazing day, or whoever people they are in here. I hope you all have an amazing day. Alright, River Bay is extremely popular for picnics, or it used to be, especially in the past. I think because of the sargassum build-up over the last couple of years, because it usually is here quite often. A lot of people have ventured to other areas inland and stayed away from this northern section, because out here it has a real reeking stench. From the time you come into the road and just behind that NCC, from the time you turn that corner, you can actually smell it. It smells acidic. So a lot of people have avoided this area. But as you will see, they have NCC facilities there with washrooms and everything. I am not sure if this carries a Wi-Fi. I didn't test that this morning. I doubt it, but anyhow, I will let you know. I'll go back and check it when we finish our video and let you know if there is a Wi-Fi in this area. But as I said, there are restroom facilities here, and if you want to utilize them if you're on an island tour, please feel free to do so. They're open all the time. I think their closing time is 5 in the afternoon. Again, that is on speaking as it used to be in the past, but I'm not sure as it is right now. All right, let's do some walking, folks. We can go in a northerly direction today. We will be jittery, so be prepared for that. I don't think we'll be any more jittery than when we first started out the vlogs without the gimbal, but hopefully it won't be as bad as that, but we'll see how it goes. No matter what I do out here today, I'm not going to be able to take away from the beauty, because it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful northern section of the island. Sun is just there behind that big cloud. We should get a look at that fairly soon, so I hope you brought your darker makers with you, because we're going to have some blistering light shortly. Definitely a magical day here on the island. You know, I don't know if there's gonna be rain later on. Right now I don't see anything gonna happen. I see that one dark cloud just on the horizon coming in by where the sun is. I'm not too sure if that will rain on us, but anyhow, we'll wait and see. Numerous little coves and bays as we're gonna be walking here. Can't remember them all offhand. I will note them when we're doing our when I put up my spiel about this actual video later on today. I do know there's a Cummins, there's a Ladder Bay, there's a but all different ones along here. I don't want to call them all because I can't really tell you the truth. I just know the Spout for sure, because I've been out here before and I've had a view from this side. But I'm going to take you as close as possible today, bearing in mind we're about a foot shorter on hand reach, so we may not get as close as we've been in the past. Once again, you can see the shelves right here on the edges are all corroded under them, or eroded I should say, not corroded, eroded. And they're very, very dangerous, so please do not go too close to this cliff line. We've talked about that before, but I'm going to keep talking about that every time we bring you here. And it's not because I want to bore you, it's because I want to warn those that didn't see the warnings before. Do not walk close to this cliff. It is not solid coral. There are fragments of coral that will deceive you. However, underneath them, as you can see, is like rubble. It's really not a formed coral mass at all. So you have to be very, very careful out here. Like the other areas I've shown you before, there is a lower ridge out here, but it is not consistent. So you wouldn't be able to walk long distances out here because, as I said, it's not consistent. And you can see it's very rough as well. You would have to really pick a beautiful day out here to be able to do any walking. Lots of stepping down and stepping up, so it's going to be affecting us today, but I'm going to not talk about that again, because we all know that if whatever happens is the best of my abilities, then I'm going to bring it to you. So we're going to go on from there. Just an overview of this area. Flat, flat, flat until you get to the next set of ridges up in the distance by the Tree Hill, etc. That just shows the elevation that Barbados has risen in over the years. So what we're seeing here as being flat would have been the coastline that we're looking at right now in the years gone by. And those hills in the distance would have been the cliffs. Just beautiful northern section island. I have not walked this walk. I was calculating this morning. I look back at approximately 22 years. I have not walked this walk between where we're going now and where we're going to end up. So I can't even remember how long it is. So I'm not sure if we get the entire thing done, but if we only get one section done, well, we'll return and finish it off. So it's not a problem. We're going to walk all the Barbados coastline, accessible coastline. I'm going to show you it all, so when you come here, you'll be able to do your own exploring. That's if you don't want to join me. Remember, we do these vlogs every morning, except for Sunday. Sometimes we have the rare exception where something crops up that we can't do it, but you will get plenty of notice on that. Unfortunately, destinations I don't know too long in advance, because it all depends on weather, you know, how I feel, the kind of signals I'm getting, You know, that all plays a part in my life anyhow, in the decisions I make, because I follow a light, and that light sometimes indicates to me where to go, where not to go, where it feels safe, where it doesn't feel safe, and I abide by that. So that's the way I work. So what we can do is, if you are going to be here on the island and you want to do a walk or something, let's pick somewhere that's pretty consistently good, and then we can do so. Or if you can take last minute notifications, get up in the morning early, and I'll let you know by 5 o'clock where we're going and where to meet me, and that should give you enough time to get from wherever you are to wherever we're going. Remember, I can't offer you transportation. I don't have one of those public access public vehicles, and therefore I'm not going to take the risk of it, because I don't want to get involved in any problems. The EMC is above board all the way. Sun hasn't come up yet. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you out. As soon as that starts to break the horizon or behind that cloud, I will most definitely be sharing that with you. But that looks like some rain. I'm not too worried, because what I have in my hand can all fit in a Ziploc bag that I have in my haversack. I do have on my haversack today, so no, it is not a shirt. So if you look as though I'm formally dressed, I am not formally dressed at all. So just lovely cliff areas. I'm just longing to get to just another maybe 100 yards or so, because there's a cove down here. It's going to be really impressive. In the far distance is the is the North Point Beach Resort. That is where our destination is supposed to be, but as I said, we will see how time goes. I would like to show you that resort completely, so if we don't have enough time to get there and actually walk around it, we will postpone that for another day and just enjoy the cliffs. But either way, I'm going to bring you the beauty of Barbados. You're going to see sunrise in Barbados and daybreak, welcoming this beautiful day. To all of those that are traveling, that are here already, good morning to you and welcome to the Rock. I know there are a lot of you that are traveling over the next few days. I know there's one person that's supposed to be traveling today, and he is not supposed to be slinging, but I did see him sling. I'm not too sure what position he came in at, but good morning to you, Michael, and safe travels to you, my friend. I'll see you in Barbados as soon as you get out of your quarantine, and we're going to do some walking for sure. That is the notorious waterman, our reigning sheriff. He's on his way here, and if it was a secret before, not a secret now, because you know me and my blabbermouth, I can spill the beans on you, man. Jeez. What a beautiful day, huh? Just spectacular. Now this sand does build here, again seasonal, but this is one of the beaches that is pretty much maintained through the year. Not much bigger than it gets down there, as you will see. It's little small coves. As you know, the people in the north of this island love their coves and their beaches. Every little pocket has a name. So I'm not even going to try and remember them this morning, because to tell you the truth, I don't want to call them wrong. Because these people down here in the north, so proud of it, if I call the wrong name, they're going to correct me. So let me stay away from that for today. But you can see some sand that builds up in the distance there in two little pockets, and both of them actually have names as well. Just lovely, lovely coastline. You will notice the coast here though is very, very low. So I would imagine when there's a massive swell, I haven't been out here when these swells would be massive, but I would imagine it comes right over that cliff for sure. And I know when they hit that cliff, it would just sort of like the water would run over it. Pretty sure of that, because that is quite low in comparison to some of the other cliffs that we see where they have big spray that comes off of it. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning. Good morning to each and every one of you all again, and thank you for joining me here on the Rock. As you all know, this is my journey, and my journey is to take all of those with me that want to see the beauty and want to live positive in their life and try and make the best of their lives, and also help all of those around them in any way that they can. So that is called the EMC, and that is what we are, family members of the EMC. Anyone that's new online, this is what we do 6 days a week. We come online in the morning, we welcome in the sunrise and the daybreak, and we share love and kindness and affection for the entire time that we're on, and it also goes into the rest of the day. In the morning when I put up my ad, which is usually around 5 o'clock, usually by 5 o'clock I'll put it up, our care team takes over. They start to talk to everyone, communicate with them and let them know what time they're coming for them at their bus pole. We also have people on board that are bakers and chefs that bring food on board, and lots of love and smiles and care. As you know, admission to this bus is by smile only. If you're not smiling, you could come to the bus any day of the week, but they're not permit you on. I have a conductor there that is adamant that it must be a happy tour. So you gotta come looking happy. If you don't come looking happy, reject for sure. So if you're not feeling happy and you want to feel happy, come with a smile. Practice your smile in the mirror so that no one will know it's not a put on. Come with a smile, and I guarantee you by the time we're finished, you are going to be happy and really smiling from your heart and from your soul, because that is what we do. All right, this is one of the COVID facilities that they had set up. It was a district hospital at one time, but they have modified it. That's in the distance there, and that is one of the facilities if they need to use it. I'm not sure if there are any people that are in there right now, but I do know that it has been brought to the conditions that would be necessary for that kind of quarantine. Just beautiful out here. I remember down here, like where we're about to go, I don't know if we get there because it's quite far. I'm looking at my watch and it possibly may not happen, but we will actually concentrate on the North Point Beach Resort in the future. I will tell you though that North Point Beach Resort is still a sort of like a mystery. I've looked so many places and I cannot find who used to own it. I know it was open, and there are actually a couple of articles that say there's mystery surrounding as to who owned it in the beginning. Not too sure about that, but I do know there's some English interest or British interest looking to restore it. Seen that also online. I do a little bit of reading, not too much, but I do a little bit of reading on things that I'm not too sure of, that I want to get clarity on. And sometimes my friends also assist me as well. I get I am from someone give me a little more in-depth information on points, just so we can have our data all built and ready for you. Just beautiful. You can see how low that cliff is there. Very, very low. So this would not be a place to come when there's a massive north or east swell. Well, on the cliff where we are may not be bad. You have to stay back far though, because you don't want to get swept off of this cliff for sure. Still looking for the sun. No sun yet, so Darker Maker's not quite ready, but you can see it is peeping out a little bit. It's just beautiful. Right, let's do a little 360 from here, let you have a look and see what we are seeing right now, what I'm experiencing. Good morning to all 66 of you on board right now. I know those numbers will be quite a bit higher because folks come on and just say good morning if they have to go to work or something, or they take little coffee breaks at work just to say good morning. Everyone comes and gives a check-in. I even get check-ins from people who don't make the lives that come later in the day, and love to see them because it's great just to see all my friends, everybody's okay and know they've made it into this day, because this is a beautiful day and I would like to think that everyone is here with me this morning. Just beautiful area. All right, I don't know how if I'll ever get accustomed to this thing. I think the gimbal has spoiled me, because the gimbal, I can do whatever I want. I can walk wherever I want and spin my hand anywhere and it stays level. But with this area, it's very different. I know that for sure. So, but it is what I call my extreme. This is my hurricane kit. Let's call it my hurricane kit, because no matter what wind we have, it's not gonna get blown out of my hand, not unless I get blown away with it. So it's gonna be a little bit rocky, but don't mind. That's how life is. It's not always smooth. I've received so much inspiration from you all over the last couple of days. I shared a story about how I was feeling a little bit off the other morning, and the kind of, you know, inspiration and encouragement that has come through has been remarkable. And I'll thank you all very much. I am actually feeling on top of the world again. Everyone has a little dip in life, you know, every day can't be smooth, and no matter how blessed we are, financially stable, work solid, no matter what, you know, we have those times that we just stand and we think a little bit, you know, and start feeling a bit sorry for ourselves. So that is not a good thing to live in, but it's a good thing to experience, because if we don't experience sorrow and depression and joy and happiness and love and sometimes despair, then how are we going to really appreciate when we have things good? You have to experience everything. But the important thing that I have learned in my life is you don't live in it. You don't have to live in depression or sorrow, because you can always find something to lift your heart or lift your spirit, or someone. Just a little thing can make a big change in your life. And if you have anything positive in your life in those times that you're feeling a bit down, you know, just think about it. Just think of the things you have to be grateful for. Don't mind what you don't have. Think of what you have to be grateful for, and that usually lifts me up. I flood my mind with positiveness whenever I'm feeling down, and that helps me tremendously. It's not that I don't feel down. Of course I'm going to feel down. I'm a human being. Everybody has those challenges in life. Yeah, we're not at North Point Beach Resort today, that's for sure. I wouldn't be able to spend enough time there to give you a really good look at that facility, and it is definitely something that is worthy of spending some time at. I'll watch my watch, see how my watch goes, but that has given me a good 10 to 15 minutes there. Maybe I'll just extend today and give you a super long one with the thought that tomorrow may not be alive. We'll see. Let's do this 1 minute at a time. So, what happens now may not happen in a minute's time, so let's see how it goes from here. Just lovely location. This section of the island is not seen by many people, I can tell you that for sure. You know what I mean? River Bay, yes, people drive into River Bay, have a look at River Bay, drive back out. Very few people actually have been to North Point Beach Resort and looked around at the ruins up there, you know, but there are some that have done it, but they're very few. So we go off the beaten track, because what is our aim? Our aim is to show you everything in Barbados, bit by bit. I am not concentrating on the attractions, so I know that some folks wanted me to do some of the attractions, like the real, you know, if it's a nature attraction, I don't have a problem somewhere you can go and walk around and stuff, but I'm not really into going into old plantation homes and that kind of thing. I am not in that field right now. That is not the direction that I'm being drawn in, or the path that's being laid for me. The path that's being laid for me is to show you what you don't normally see, what the average person comes to this island and misses, because a lot of people have come here 30-40 times, think they've seen all of Barbados, and you'll be surprised at how many of those same people have turned around and told me, I never saw there before, didn't know it existed. That is what we're doing. We're bringing you to those areas so you can see exactly what we have to offer. You know, you could bring your hiking boots and don't spend a day on the beach here, and that is the honest truth. Now I know that's not what you're going to do, because I wouldn't do that myself. I would of course want to spend some time on the beach, but I'm just trying to show you that you can come to this island and have an amazing time. You don't even have to see the ocean, you don't have to see the beach actually, or lay in a beach chair, or even go to a major attraction. There's so much beauty here. All kinds of formations. You can see how this cliff is all eaten out in this whole area. You can see how it just looks like rough rock and rubble all just put together, not completely formed into the solid coral mass that you would find. There is some coral in here, and that's why you will find those rocks like in the Bashaba area and stuff. I would imagine that this is a very similar coastline to what Bashaba used to be, and the weaker matter has got eaten out, just leaving the solid coral formations that you're seeing on the beach itself. You also see that inland as well. I showed you that at Cove Bay. I showed you a picture of a big rock there that looks exactly like the one in Bashaba. So that's what would have happened, but I don't know how come here has survived this long without any more erosion on this cliff area, because it's not really that strong, to be honest with you. Still trying to peep out, nothing yet though. But as you see, there is a guy that's riding. He passed a couple of seconds ago on his mountain bike. He's ridden right to the point. I don't know if he's doing the coastline itself, but look at these little beaches and stuff. Now before I would have passed these, I said these are seasonal beaches. Well, I can tell you today there are seasonal beaches still, but I will also tell you their names for every one of these, and I will most definitely put them into my description of this video later on today. Just beautiful. Alright, I want to give you a comprehensive North Point, so we're not going to do North Point today. We're going to stop just at the end of this point here, where we can look into that bay itself, and maybe we could talk a little bit about it. But we're going to come back and dedicate a vlog to North Point Resort, and then maybe walk in the direction of Animal Floor Cave. I don't want to rush this, because there is no rush. You know, I'm out here just to take my time and show you everything that I can show you, and show you the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. That is what this is all about, really. And also to let you know how I feel about Barbados. You know, this is not just a vlog showing you beautiful scenery. It's someone that's bringing it to you that has so much passion about this place, that is unbelievable. I can't even tell you how much I love this island. And I know there are many of you, whether you're full-time Barbadians or part-time Barbadians as they like to call you, I know there are many of you that feel the same way about this rock as I do. So those of you that feel that passion will understand how I feel about this rock. And I am able, thanks to the grace of God, I'm able to convey my feelings and my emotions and, you know, my knowledge and my likes and dislikes and my cautions to you. And that comes from my heart and from my soul. You know, I will never change that. The day that someone wants me to change the way that I'm bringing stuff, I'm telling the truth and the way I feel about it, I will just walk away from that. It's not the journey. The journey is to be honest. It's a transparency that we offer here, and it's all honesty. There's no fabrication of beauty. There's no fabrication of safety. It's the truth as it is. Now, talking about the truth as it is, if you're coming to North Point Beach Resort, it is an abandoned place, and it's a lot of old derelict buildings. And I would be very wary down here. Just keep your alerts up if you're coming to take photos and stuff. There's a beach here which I'll show you in a minute. I wouldn't recommend coming here and lying on the beach at all. You know, not unless you have a good crowd with you, because it is out of the way. No one really comes to this location, so you're coming to a very isolated place. So, you know, we call this our +4. Everybody who's been on for a long time knows what +4 is all about. It means that you don't go somewhere with just you and your partner and spend a prolonged period there. You take some friends, and that's only because someone is always alert, and numbers always bring strength. We talk about that all the time with the EMC. Separated or individual, we are weak. Together, we are strong. All right, we're gonna stop our walk this morning just at this location. From here, what we can do is we can look broadside at where is a popular surf spot for when the East Coast is small. You'll find a lot of the guys coming over here and surfing just off of this rock itself. It's on the other side really, or just in front of the rock, between the rock and the land itself. And this is where you hear the guys talking when they're saying they're going to surf North Point. This is where it would be. Beautiful. And that is the resort. But as I said, we're going to spend some time on that. That is a good 15-20 minutes to walk around and show you everything, because I've been there hundreds of times. And I know my angel loves there, but we always exercise caution when we come here. We don't stay around the buildings too much for any duration of time and stuff. We just play it safe, just like you would back home. As you can see there in the center of the screen, there's steps that lead down to that beach. This is a round beach. Sometimes it gets a lot bigger, and sometimes with the big swells and stuff, the sea will come right up and hit the cliff. But there is a round beach here. It's not seasonal at all. Beautiful, beautiful cove. But you can see the cracks all along the side of the cove where they're about, you know, the rocks will fall off. Now that might not happen this year or next year or 20 years or even 100 years from now, but you can see the potential is there for sections to break off. So, and you can also see the angle that it's at. So please don't go and step any closer to these edges than you need to. This facility here, in its heyday, had the only Olympic-sized swimming pool, along with Paradise Beach Hotel, on the island. And here is where we used to get regional and local swimming competitions that used to go on. It was an amazing, amazing resort. Just 2 levels, and I think there were only about 46 or 48 rooms in total. But I remember coming here quite often with my parents when I was young. When I say quite often, remember this is the extreme side of the island, so it's not something we used to do weekly, but we used to do it at least once or twice a year, and we would eat here as well. And I also came here with my childhood friends, the farmer family, because they were all swimmers. I wasn't a competitive swimmer, but I used to come over here and definitely enjoy the festivities with them whenever they had swimming competitions over here. That was great, especially the competitions between Trinidad and Barbados. Always fever pitch, hot competitions. We're going to take in more of that next time we're here. As you can see, it is a sprawling complex. I want to talk to you about it. I want to show you something about it. I don't know if I can go on the beach because the signal strength would probably drop completely off, but we're going to take that in at a later date. Here's our gentleman that's taking his ride across the cliffs. If you do have a mountain bike or you need to rent one, there are lots of facilities here on the island that can accommodate that, and I'm sure that they will have racks and stuff, or they will know how to get racks for you or rent racks for you if you so desire. So this would be a beautiful place if you're a cyclist to work right along these cliffs for sure. Me, I leave it to hiking because I like to take in everything. I don't like to be studying, you know, if there's a pothole that I'm going to hit or anything else. I like to just take it in slowly and breathe it in and take in all the beauty around me and absorb it. I like to use that word absorb a lot because I absorb the peace and the beauty and the tranquility every day when I'm out here. It is an amazing thing. I can come to this place here feeling a little bit down, not this only place, anywhere in the island. And after I spend 10-15 minutes reflecting, I can feel just amazing. And that is because I'm able to absorb everything. God has laid a path for me that is incredible. And I'm planning to continue on the journey. As long as He shines the light in the direction that I can see, I will follow that journey. And wherever He shines it, I will continue to follow that journey. My life is no longer mine. From December the 3rd last year, I will my life to God. And that is the way it will be from now on. Good, bad, in between, whatever comes my way. As long as I don't put my self-will in there and make it different to what He wants, everything will be fine. It will be the way it is supposed to be, and therefore it will be fine. You know, it's beautiful condition out here to see some of the rough swells sitting on the cliffs and stuff. I had a big spray off just now when we were looking the other way, but this is a lovely, lovely area. Glasses full of sea spray, body feeling a little bit on the wet side, but lovely. The freshness out here, the peace out here is unbelievable. Cannot describe it in words. But you see there's quite a large sizable set coming through. So if there are any surfers on, you can see, although there's a strong wind, the bay itself is fairly sheltered. So if you are inclined to come down here, you can definitely get a surf down here today for sure. Anyway, everyone, this has been a beautiful, beautiful morning with you. As I said, I will update you later on today about what will be happening if you carry a live tomorrow or not. I do have a commitment. I'm not sure how that will work out, but we'll see how it goes. It's just some stuff I need to take care of personally, and we'll see how that goes. But I may be on. I may come. I will let you know anyhow. But either which way, I promise you that tomorrow you will see a part of Barbados that you probably have not seen already, and that will be done in 4K resolution if I am not actually coming out on the live. To everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Put on your darker makers because we're going to get this view as we say goodbye to you for sure. I'll actually give you a nice quiet 360 from here. I know it's going to be a little jittery, but it's what we can do. It's the best we can offer right now. So here we go. Darker makers on. We'll start with the sun and we will end with the sun. What a beautiful, beautiful morning. I cannot explain to you how it feels out here right now. I can only tell you that the air is as fresh as you can possibly imagine it. Everything has sea spray in it. I'm feeling it. Glasses are fogged up. You know, all the breathing. Beautiful, absolutely amazing. When you come to Barbados, I want whatever you do, you find yourself a cliff or a beach and stand up and just breathe. Shut your eyes and breathe and just take it all in and just imagine what it's like here every day of life. It is an amazing adventure for me, and I'm going to make sure that I bring you all with me every chance that I get. You all have a fantastic day. All my love, all my respect, and this is Barbados, beauty of Barbados through my eyes. This is the EMC gathering and I am the Beijing Warrior. Have a fantastic day, everyone.